Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Krista. How are you? I don't know why I'm not able. Hi, John DeSanto. I'm not sure why I'm not able to go live from my shop page anymore. I don't know what is happening. Oh, let me see. Hold on one second. I have also, there's something else going on with all my stuff here. I think I need that one so that it looks right. There's all kinds of craziness that's happening. You know, we're just trying to pull it together. Does my sign look like it's going in the correct direction? Thank you, Krista. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Yes, Lisa, you're on the list. All right, so I'm having challenges. So we're just going to give everybody a second to come on. I swear to God, you would think Mercury is in retrograde with all of the challenges that I have going on here. Hi, Kara Edward. How are you? Oh, yes. Okay. So I have 2 on the list already. I got D, I think, coming on momentarily. I got John on there. There's D. I got D on there. Hi, Liz LaCava. Thank you. Liz LaCava, thank you for that wonderful opportunity with Power Station, your company. I had such a great time doing readings for your clients. It was so great. Okay, so I got a little bit of action over here. I'm glad I got some people on. Hi, Mary. Hi, Diane. I'm glad you're finding me because I have to go live on my interactive store page under Nicki instead of under Karmic, and I don't know why Karmic page is not letting me post live. So I know they have lots of craziness happening with Facebook right now. Oh, I'm so glad, Liz. That makes me so happy. Hi, Leslie Mangachi. We all need to do dinner, girls. Hi, my cousin, Diane Mazzaferro, my beautiful cousin. Krista Lowry, will you find love? I could pull that card as well. Catherine, how are you? Still looking for a job, doll? All right, so you're on the list. Hi, Diane DeLucia. So we are back from our incredible, incredible vacation. We went to the Jersey Shore. We did Atlantic City. We did Wildwood, Cape May, Avalon. We did it all. We had the best time. My girls are the best. All right, so I'm just going to try to sign in over here so I can maybe see some more comments. Hi, Linda. How are you? Yes, Liz LaCava. What would you like a card on, Dolly? I do just try to pinpoint it a little bit because one card doesn't really hit what you're looking for. I am so excited because I got a new deck. I know it's backwards to you, but my tarot cards are done by a lady named Paulina Cassidy. I actually found them in an airport in France, but they were in English, so I swore they were for me, and they spoke to me, and they still do to this day. And I've been following the artist who created them, and she now goes by Paulina Faye. F-A-E, and that's sort of like Renaissance, like for like fairy time, things like that. And she designed a new tarot deck called Phantasma Tarot. I love, love, love them. I don't even have it out of the plastic yet. As a matter of fact, I had a nail emergency because I broke my nail trying to get them open. So I could use them during this session, but I'm going to probably do it next week. But I do have some more on our website karmicinspirations.net. Now, what I do here, hi, Jane Scatina, how are you? I can't really see the comments on here, so I'm just trying to pull it up over here on my laptop. Let me see. All right, so I don't know how, here we go. All right, so now I got over here. Now I just have to figure out how to see the comments. All right, I'm sorry it seems to take forever to get me set up, but I want to be able to see it all so I can try to see more comments. And I can see it, but I can't see more comments. But again, I have Dee. Thank you, Dee, for always helping me. All right, so we're going to just get started. I think I got it. Okay, great. Okay, so thank you all for stopping by and popping on. If you could sprinkle this into your news feed while we are live, then I will pull, well, Dee actually will pull 2 people to get 30-minute free readings this week. We're back in business for that because no more vacations for a while. So if you sprinkle, we're asking that you sprinkle this week, especially because I'm coming live on, not on my business page, but the other one. So Phantasma Tarot is my new deck that I received. And we're waiting for the fall to debut our classes, only because everybody's so busy in the summer. Like the fall is the perfect time. Everybody's staying home more. We can pick a day. It's going to be like a 5-week class, so we'll have to pick a day that everybody is available, like on Monday night or whatever. To try to get that together. Thank you all for sprinkling. I know we have a few people that I already put on the list that got on fairly quick. Hi, Doris. Thank you for sprinkling, everybody. I appreciate that. All right, who else? Bonnie Reeves, how are you, my doll? How are you? Okay, so we're going to just do a really quick card of the night. I like to use my Wisdom of the Hidden Realm deck. I love this deck. And this is the deck that I use every day to pull a card for myself. I find it not necessarily great for readings because they do have so many different meanings to their cards and they're not the easiest card to read. So if you're a beginner, I would definitely not pull this deck to do readings, but I would definitely recommend this deck if you're somebody who likes to pull cards, just like one card a day to see what is going on for your day to day. It's my favorite deck to do that because it is usually spot on for me, so I would assume it's going to be spot on for you too. And it's easy to understand when you're just pulling the one card. Hi, Debbie. How are you? All right, so quick card. All right. Oh, I love this card. Let me put Dee over here. Maybe I can see her better. All right, so this card, I know you can't see it, it's backwards to you, is the Well Watcher. And it's wisdom and the power of the divine. Now this card, there's a lot to this card because it's like a message to you to go deep within to where your source is. For everybody's source is different. The divine is different. Some people are very religious and it's God, it's Jesus, your ascended masters, it's Buddha. For other people, it's the universe, Mother Nature, whoever your divine is. And I love this card because it's letting you know, it's kind of like calling you to the well so that you can know that the power of the divine is helping you to manifest right now. The power of the divine is pushing you forward, and it comes to you by way of like that little voice and the intuition inside your head that tells you it's time to move forward. I love this card too because it also sort of brings you other people. So sometimes it works in a way that instead of just giving you signs, it's going to put people in your life that are going to give you advice or that are going to help you to move forward in whatever it is that you want to do. And it's always it's like saying, thy will be done. Thy will be done for the greatest and highest good of everyone involved. And I know when you're manifesting things and trying to make things happen, it is, you should always ask for the greatest good for everyone involved. You don't necessarily have to have it just for your own greatest and highest good because sometimes then other people are going to get hurt. So if you just say for the greatest and highest good for everyone involved, then it's going to give you the best resolution. And this is a great card, especially if you are having problems with family or coworkers or other people in your life that you want it to work out the best for everybody involved. And sometimes that's going to counseling. Sometimes that's pushing you apart. Whatever it is, it's saying that it's for the greatest and highest good for everybody that is involved. So I do that. And I love it because it's like asking the divine's asking you to come to the well. The well is like an endless supply of power and intuition and information, and it's kind of calling you to the well to align yourself and allow the miracles and resolutions that are supposed to be taking place every day to take place for you. So I love that card. I hope that speaks to you today. Let's see, we're gonna pull our card of the night. Hi Andrea, thank you for sprinkling. Oh, Doris, I love that. I love that. Yes, and that's so good. If you ask for the greatest, for the highest good for everyone involved, it works almost tenfold because it's working on everyone in the situation. So if you're having issues like with your kids or with your family and you say, I want it to be the best for everyone involved, then the universe starts helping everyone that's involved. And when everyone's needs are being met, it's so much easier to come to some type of meeting ground, like, okay, we're somewhere here in the middle. All right, let's see. Where is Eric Ziggy reminding me about the card or the stone of the night? Okay, so I have a whole bunch of stones. Thank you for sprinkling, Lisa. Thank you, Linda. All right. So I'm just going to pull a quick stone of the night because I had so much trouble getting on. I don't want to waste a lot of time, but let's see. Oh, one of my favorites, and I believe we've had it before. And it is one of the bigger stones on here, so I try not to always pick them, but I love this stone. You cannot really see the gloriousness of this stone, but this is a labradorite. And I love, oh good, Eric Ziggy, I'm so glad you're here. The stone is labradorite for this evening. Now this stone, oh my God, it is sort of kind of coincides with our card too, because it's such a great stone. Now this has, this one like reminds us, how do I word this? Reminds us to always know it's okay to reach for the stars because everything is working in your favor to make things happen. So while every other stone, just about every other stone, is a grounding stone, it helps you to stay grounded and focused. The labradorite works in the opposite direction. It is like a calling card for you to put your head in the clouds and reach for the stars and go for whatever it is and how big you want, because this stone helps you to see that all things are possible, that there are no limits, that your craziest ideas and dreams are tangible and are achievable. So this stone is a really good one. So when you think about the way that this stone works with the watching well, that's telling you to know that the divine is doing miracles from behind to help you, then it's nothing will stop you. So I do love that. It is known for its iridescent colors, which you cannot really see, I don't think, on there. They call it Labrador Essence, which makes it very popular with jewelry and things like that. If it has an orange hue to it also, they call it Spectralite, I think is what they call it also. But it is one of the most mesmerizing crystals that you could have. Hi, Diane DeLucia. But it's one of the most mesmerizing because of all the different blues and greens. And I love it because for the most part, it does look relatively gray and kind of dark. This one kind of has a green tint to it. But if you are lucky enough to catch a glimpse of the beautiful colors, that Labrador Essence in it, it's letting you know, hey Sandra, how are you? It's letting you know, it's like almost like seeing the light through the darkness. It's letting you know that there is something greater happening from behind. So even when you're in a space where you're kind of like in a dark space, the Labradorite always lets you know that there is something spectacular, a flash of light that's behind the scenes that's coming, that's going to give you some hope. So I love, love, love this. It does work with the crown chakra. So it also, besides like trying to help you to, live in the stars and open your mind to all the great things and magic magical things that can happen. It does help you to open your chakra up to other like spiritual awarenesses and to raise your vibration. And it does help to connect with spirit and to hear messages that spirit have to give you. Everyone has the ability to do that. If you quiet your mind and you say, I would like to know something about, you know, whatever, where, you know, something about my mom who passed or something, you hear it in your own voice. And everyone says that, oh, I just hear myself talking. Your mom's voice she's not coming down to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you. That's how the messages come. It's different for everybody. And it's so strange that since I've started doing this, I've always had a ringing in my ears. I had many, many hearing problems when I was younger. So my tinnitus, I think is what you call it, has gotten so much worse and louder that I need hearing aids to go in public, which I haven't done yet. I'm not at that point yet. I could hear, but the tinnitus is so strong that in large crowds, and I've always had that problem. I have friends that would talk to me in a bar when we were younger, and I'd be like, and they're like, you have no idea what we just said. I'm like, no clue. And I know a lot of people have that, but that vibration is, as the more I study this and the more I take lessons and the more I take classes, that vibration level increase is what causes that, and it helps me to hear the messages better. So pay attention to your hearing and your tinnitus, and when you hear things, that's clear. There's clairaudient, clairvoyant. Clairaudient is when you can hear the messages, and if you have tinnitus and your ears ring, it might be because you're on a higher vibration than most people. So that was a lot for the labradorite crystal, but it is one of my favorites. Okay, let's see. Put these away. Let's pull these out. I got so many cards, and I love them all. The problem is I can never decide. Okay. All right, so we have a few people on the list already. I hear D popping in, so let me see. Lisa Campbell is looking for a card in regard to a job change. So Lisa Campbell, thank you for sprinkling, and I appreciate that. And you're definitely next. Jennifer Peralta, how are you? How is everything going? I hope it is well. I'm asking all my prayer warriors to continue to pray for my mom's bestie. So my mom's soul sister is not well and in the process of crossing over and trying to keep it as peaceful and pain-free as possible. So all my prayer warriors, if you could just do a shout out for Ro, I would appreciate that. I also, what else do I want to say? Oh, I'm Nicki Myrano. I always forget to tell you who I am. I'm Nicki Myrano. I am the CEO and Chief Inspirationalist of Karmic Inspirations. And what I do here is just a sampling of what I do. If you'd like to spend more time with me, you can find me there or by calling Dee. We'll take care of you. I also have lots of new cards. I have lots of new instruments. So if you are doing drum circles or you're looking for thunder and rain sounds and all kinds of instruments, we have all those on the site now, back up, and it's a good site. Check it out. You never know. We got a lot. The cards are the best. The cards are the best. We're coming out with some kits to do, and oh, I don't know what else. All right, let's see. We have Lisa Campbell in regard to a job change. Lisa, I feel like you're in a really weird space where there's not really a lot of chaos and conflict, but it's not very peaceful. So I don't feel like there's turmoil or fighting or things like that, but I feel like the energy in the space that you're at right now, thank you, Eric Ziggy, I feel like the space that you're in right now is not as peaceful as you would like. Hi, Jen Labonte. How are you, my beautiful friend? Thank you so much. Hey, Jen, anybody who has, ladies especially, if you have a business, put it in the comments so everybody knows how to find you. Jen owns Lift Gym in Watertown. Lift for Women, I think it's called. She's got the circuit training. She's got all kinds of stuff over there. So, all right. So thank you, Catherine. Okay, so back to, this is for Lisa Campbell. I feel like you're more so looking for a job change because you're looking for something that's going to be more fulfilling. And like I said, I don't feel like the place you're at is like in turmoil or that there's fighting, or I just feel like you're not at peace at that job. I feel like every day you kind of go there with like a pit in your stomach. I feel like you have things that have to be done. So and again, I don't know if you're working or if this is something that's happening at home. That's why you're trying to find work, but I feel like you're working. I feel like you're working in a space that you don't really 100%, not even that you don't love it, that you don't feel fulfilled in. I do feel like you have some business that has to be taken care of, like loose ends that need to be tied up at that job. And I actually feel like once you tie up those loose ends, that might propel you in a totally different direction and maybe within the same company. But I feel like you're going to be out of the job you're doing and moving into something. It's almost like a reward for doing whatever it is that you're doing, finishing it, wrapping it up, and being like, okay, I finished all of this, is complete. What's the next thing? And the next thing is going to put you in a different position. I don't know if it's a different department or move you up to a supervisory position, but I feel like you're gonna be where you're at for a while, company-wise. But I feel like there's going to be changes in your job that you're going to prefer and that you're going to like. That is what's going to propel you into a new company, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I hope that makes sense. Krista Lowry, will you find love soon? Oh, don't we all just want love? Who doesn't love love? The thought of love, romantic rom-coms, do we all just watch them and go, why doesn't that happen to me? Why isn't some boy chasing me in the rain? I don't know. They just don't. They don't, and that doesn't really happen in real life. But they do like put gas in your car and walk you like home to make sure that you get home safe and call you. They do it in a different way. It's called love languages. You have to understand what they're trying to tell you when they do those things. All right, Krista Lowry. Krista, I don't know if you have children or if the person that you're going to meet has children, but there's children coming into your space more than I see love, but I feel that's going to bring love with it. So, and I feel like that's something that you have to work on. I'm getting a couple different things. I'm getting that perhaps it's time for you to maybe explore opportunities with kids by yourself. I know that sounds strange, but I feel like you have to be honest with yourself in what you really want. For some women, they just want a relationship because they want children, and other people want a relationship to help them with their current children. So I'm getting the cards that are saying you have to work on yourself and know what you want based on a family situation. And then that's going to clarify what it is that you're really looking for. So are you looking for someone to help you with your current kids? Are you looking for someone to give you kids? Or are they just going to bring kids into the situation? Hi, Terry White. We missed you this week, doll. But I get think about your higher self and what you really want. I do get the planning and action card. So that card is telling me maybe you have to freeze your eggs. Maybe you have to look into fostering, maybe adopting without having a partner. Because I feel like the family portion of it is going to be way more fulfilling than a relationship. And then I feel like after that kind of happens, that's when the supportive connection comes in for you. So I feel like you're almost going to do it backwards. There's kids first, family first, and then a relationship. So I hope that helps you. Again, without knowing your current situation, it's kind of, oh, your kids are in college. Okay, so, so I don't know, and I'm not throwing this out to the universe, but I don't know if one of them is going to end up with a baby soon. I know that's not the ideal situation while they're in college, but I feel like there's going to be a discovery made that's going to have to do with that. And the universe is at play because it's something that needs to happen. I feel like you're not going to know about it for a while, and all of a sudden, there's something with children that's going to change your fulfillment level. So there's going to be something with children coming into your space, changing your fulfillment level, and it isn't going to be until you're kind of settled with that that you kind of find love after that. So I don't know where the kids are coming from. I don't know if somebody coming into your space is going to have younger kids. There's something with kids that's driving your fulfillment before your own personal fulfillment before you can find love. So I hope that whatever that is going to work in your favor. Catherine, are you going to find a job soon? Catherine, where are you located again? I know you're in Connecticut, but put down what area you're from. Like, you don't have to put your address so everybody can see it, but are you by New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury, the shoreline? I can't honestly remember, but I feel like you're a little bit farther away. Because for everybody out there, Catherine is a great girl. She does a lot of great stuff, and if you're looking for somebody, that's your girl. Plymouth, so up by Terryville, Torrington, Thomaston, up that way. Hi, Patty Lawler, how are you? Catherine, I feel like you need to do some work. Hey, Carmen, how are you? Carmen is our resident medium at Karmic Inspirations. Hi, Joyce Azaris. She goes live every Friday at, I want to say 7 o'clock, 7 to 8. And she gave me a great reading on Friday, and she is an excellent medium. If you're looking for anything like that, mysticalascension.org, and she has a great mediumship class. If you're interested in that as well, everybody put your links in the comments. Catherine, I feel that there's some connection with your husband that's going to help you to get a job, but I feel like you're in a total transition. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I feel we have. I want you to write down all of the things that you bring to a job. Now, if you're in medical, let's just say you're like in medical billing. Then I get that you did medical billing. That is your comfort zone, and you know the codes, and you know whatever. Okay, I get that. But what are you bringing to any job that picks you up? Are you dependable, reliable? Are you easy to train, computer savvy? I want you to put all of those things down, because when you put down those core things is when you could see the opportunities expanding, and that you're not pigeonholed into one type of work. You're not just in marketing or medical or radio or whatever it is that you're in. It's going to open you up to see that you could bring those skills to any job. And I feel that there's a connection on your husband's side of somebody that's going to be looking for someone to do something, and your husband's going to be like, well, my wife doesn't do that. But when you have your list of core values, you do that. So I want you to make those, and it's going to be outside of your circle. You might have to travel a little bit. I'm not getting a time frame, but I want you, it's probably going to be as quickly as you can make that list. And, not just a resume, know your core values. People don't take into consideration, especially in today's world, how important reliability, dependability, flexible schedules. Are you willing to drive and travel? Are you willing to learn something totally new and get out of your comfort zone? Every place is hiring right now. Think outside your comfort zone. Think like, if I can't go back to whatever it is that you used to do before, what job would you have? Because there are a lot of jobs in hospitality that don't have anything to do with like waiting tables and things like that. We traveled and every hotel was hiring for something, and there's 1,000 departments in a hotel. I went to school in Las Vegas, and hotel hospitality is a major. So people think, oh, what am I going to be, a maid or work at the front desk? There's a million jobs at every hotel that are behind the scenes. So I think that if you start to think outside the box and think about, event planning or whatever, I feel like that's going to be some niche for you to kind of change that. Eric Ziggy, possible job promotion. Oh, I think we discussed this before, Eric. I'm getting a lot of cards. So I'm getting, you have either just recently met or you will be meeting hi, Heather Byron. Oh, I can't see it all, but I'll go back and look at that. Heather Byron, career opportunities reading, you're on the list as well. Okay, so Eric, I don't know if you've met a new connection or if it's the connection that we talked about before that kind of came from your past that is there. I get a big increase with this person. So I feel like this person is going to teach you things, show you things, and maybe not move up in the same company, which is how we thought. I believe, if I remember correctly, we thought it was going to be in the same company. But I feel like by your next milestone, and I think it's a business milestone. So I think it's like by the time your anniversary date of when you started at that company comes up, you're going to be ready to transition. You're going to be ready to leave that job. And I do feel like the job that you are manifesting will be waiting for you or will be there before you leave. So you have to manifest. Again, going along with our Labradorite and going along with our well-wisher or well-watcher, make sure that you know the job you're looking for. You don't have to say, oh, I want to work at McDonald's and be the fry person. You have to say, I want a job that has more opportunity for growth. I want a job that has more vacation time, better pay, better hours, closer to home. Be specific in all of the things you need because the manifestation card comes up twice for you. So it's about knowing the job, knowing what you want, knowing the skills you bring to the table, all of those things, and manifest the new job. I feel like before you hit your next milestone with the company, you will be receiving information about a new opportunity. But I feel like the person that has come into your space, whether you like them or not, is there to teach you a lot of things, whether it's to teach you how to deal with people that you don't like, try to teach you with how to advance working around a supervisor, or this person really has your best interest at heart and they're trying to give you some advice and teach you things that are going to help you. But that person is intricate in some way, for the good or for the bad. Well, it's always for the good, but in your eyes, whether they're there for your good or bad, and you think, oh God, they just have it out for me, there's a reason. Oh, I'm so glad, Eric. I'm so glad. Hi, Kim Nadu. Thank you. I actually had to work all day today. This was the best I could do in an hour to pull it together. You never go wrong with some sticky dots, right? I feel like I scrapbook on my face. Hi, Ray. How are you? Thank you so much. Do you have a question for me? So Doris has a question about direction about possible love interest. Ooh, Doris, let's see. So for you have to honor your temple. I am getting a beautiful new beginning, but you have to honor your temple means that you have to honor yourself and what you want and what you bring to a relationship. Don't be so quick to conform to the person coming into your life because you want them to like you or you want them to be the one, but it's going to kind of cause you to lose your identity. Julia Griga, thank you. I checked on your Gemini crystals again. They're still out of stock. I'm so sorry. You let me know what you want to do with that. I love that you have great gratitude that this person is in your life, Doris, but I want for you to know the values that you bring to a relationship. When we know our value, and this is everyone, not just women, when you know your value that you bring to a relationship, everyone wants to lower your value. And it is not that everyone is mean or hurtful or horrible. It is innate that the human existence and even animal existence is to compete to be the best. It's sort of survival of the fittest. So even your family, your parents, your husbands, your whatever, always want to push you down a few rungs. Not always in a situation. Push you down a few rungs because it makes them feel superior. So for you, I want you to know and keep your value high. I am a great catch because do your I ams. 5 statements. I am enough. I am a great girlfriend. I am not, don't say not. I am, I give you freedom. I am not drama. Whatever it is, don't say not. Try not to say not. Keep it in the positive and start with I am. I am worthy. I am enough. I am valued. Because everyone's going to want to lower your value. And when we get into new relationships and you're kind of finding your way and how you fit together and meld and, kind of like a puzzle, women tend to kind of dim our lights a little bit so that we don't outshine them. We still let them feel like the man. There's a lot of great men out there that don't need you to do that. So I want for you to know, it's saying, pull all your energy together. You're kind of all over the place. Pull it all together. Know your worth. Know your value. Honor your temple. It's a great new beginning, but don't get lost in the transition of single to couplehood. I do see couplehood for you for sure, if you want it and allow it. Well, his choice is going to be the choice for you, but you have a choice to make also as to where you're going to be. If he's choosing between staying married and being single, moving, staying, going, dating you, not dating you, everybody has choices. It's a free will, and we have no control over that. You have to allow him to make the choices that he needs to make, because if you kind of persuade him, let's say, to choose Team Doris, and that isn't for your greatest and highest good, then you're taking his choices sort of away from him and not allowing him to make the choices that he needs. But look, I just dropped some cards, and the top card comes out, loving man. He's a really good guy. He's a really good guy. Throw out to the universe again that well watcher. For the greatest and highest good for all, I would like the best situation for the greatest and highest good. Kara Edwards, job interview this week. Hi, Tanya Grant. How are you? Kara, it's time for you to start taking some chances. So I feel like you're always playing it safe. You're always doing the right thing. You're always trying to conform. But I feel like when you start taking a few chances and getting out of your comfort zone, that's when you're going to find a great partnership in a job. When you start going out on a limb and saying, you know, I want more money, or I want the freedom to do my side hustle, or I want to work 4 days a week instead of 5. I think when you get out of your comfort zone, you will figure out a way to manifest that and make that happen, so that, and maybe it's the job that you're interviewing for is saying, you know what, we need you, whatever, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 3 days a week, but you're in Hartford, whatever. I feel like you're like, oh, I don't know. Stop playing it safe and take a chance. Take a chance on yourself, because when you take a chance on yourself, that is when you're going to find that kindred job, that kindred partnership of a job for you. You're welcome, Doris. Keep us posted. You know we love to know. We love feedback. Oh, and talking to you, transformation is coming up. So there's transformation coming up for both of you. I think you're both going to change for the better. But again, if you don't know your value and you don't hold your value high, change isn't always for the better. So keep your values up. Keep your hopes, your head high. Go for what you want. You know, don't be afraid to go for it. You're welcome. Hi, Rosalie. All right, Heather Byron, career opportunities. Do you see anything? All right, let's see, Heather. What do we have for you, doll? I miss you. I cannot wait for your Sun, Moon, and Stars event for autism. If there's any tickets left, throw the link up so people could go. I already got my 80s costume, because you know I love a costume. There's a shock. Hi, Linda. How are you? Okay, so Heather, we got, let's see. So, Heather, I'm getting a couple things. The first card that came out is the Co-Create card upside down. And that, okay, so because I sort of know your situation, I feel like the Co-Create card upside down is that you are sort of enjoying working for yourself and not necessarily working around a lot of people. I do feel like you're going to make whatever job that you do your own job. But I feel you're not going to like the flexibility in the new job. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're sold out. It's going to be a great event. I feel like you're not going to really appreciate the flexibility of the new opportunity. And I do feel like you're enjoying working from home more than you even think or admit. So for you, it's going to be a lot of gift exchange. It's saying a lot of gift exchange. And what that means is there's going to be a lot of give and take. If this is going to work out for you, you have to truly know what you're getting into. What are you giving up as opposed to what are you taking on? You know, are you going to be able to work from home but not necessarily have the flexibility that you have right now? So are you going to be on like 1,000 Zoom calls a day? Or are you going to have the flexibility of sort of doing your side hustle and doing whatever, but you're going to have to go into the office? So I feel there's going to be a lot of give and take with the new opportunity. It's going to definitely take you a little while to get used to if you take it. I do believe the job opportunity will be there for you, that the offer will be there for you. It's a matter of whether you feel it's worth going sort of back to what you did or going back into the office or going back into that corporate where I think you've been out of it enough to know that maybe that's not, you know, whether it's not what you want or whether you need that structure, whatever it is. So you have to figure out that give and take and what's the positives to it. I do feel like the opportunity is there for you and that it will be your decision. I hope that helps, my friend. Diane Sullivan, ooh, another new love. I love love. I love cards on love. I might keep freezing. On my computer, I keep freezing, but I don't freeze on my end over here, so I don't know. All right, let's see. Hi, Betty. How are you? Okay, so, ooh, I got a couple cards falling out here. Diane, I feel like, okay, so I get the back and forth card upside down, and that means that you're tired of the back and forth. It's time to just make a decision. It's kind of like time to poop or get off the pot, you know? I do feel like by making that decision, I did it again. So awesome, Heather. So if you know that you are missing the office setting and that social aspect of it, then I feel like you have to decide, is that what you want or is staying home what you want? Does the freedom of running your own business versus corporate America? The decision is 100% yours. Just know exactly what you're getting into when you get there so you don't go, oh, I got to go in every day. Oh, it's every single day. You know, because the grass is always greener. But I, too, feel like I love to do this from home, but if I had to do my regular job from home, which, you know, I kind of sort of do, but can't, I don't know that I would personally have the structure to make sure I like follow my schedule all the day, every day. So I feel it's totally going to be your call. Just know what you're getting into. Diane, I'm going back to you. The back and forth, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I want a relationship, do I not want a relationship, is this the one, is that not the one? I think once you make a decision that you're done with the back and forth, everything in your life is going to increase. I feel like your energy will increase. I feel like you will go from black and white to color. I feel like everything, your energy, you're going to be more open to receive things. You're going to have more gratitude for the things in your life. I feel you put a lot of eggs in the basket of a relationship. You maybe don't realize it, but I feel like you do sort of kind of go, oh, but he's not this, or he's not that, or I feel like I get the conscious of lack card, and that means a couple things. That either means that you're always saying, I feel alone, I don't have anybody, I don't like having anybody, I don't like being alone, and I also feel like you might be with somebody that you go back and forth on, and you always just look at their negative things. Well, they don't do this, or they don't do that, or they don't have a retirement, or they don't have, whatever it is, you have to turn that around. Start seeing the positive, because once you start seeing the positive, you're going to start to appreciate all that they bring to the table. No one is perfect. No relationship is perfect. So for you, it's about taking steps forward to see the good in the people that are around you. Because I don't know if you're sort of going back and forth with somebody that you're already in a relationship with, going back and forth, or if it's a friend. because I feel it's somebody you already know, and I feel like there's flirting going on, and it's like, oh, we always go out to dinner, but there's nothing. Or I feel like you're going to be like, no, this is either something or it's not. So I feel that's going to be on you to make that decision. And I love it. The well watcher is saying, believe in the magic. All these things are happening for a reason, and the divine intervention for everybody is on this week. This is the week to do it. Linda Downing, moving to South Carolina next month, hoping to open a sanctuary for cats. Ooh, I love that. Will she be able to sustain financially? That is a very good question. Let's see. Natalie, I feel like we talk about this every week for you, doll. I would like to know what steps you're taking to bring love into your life. I feel like we have talked about, if somebody's coming for you, I do feel like there's love around you, but you have to go get it. Prince Charming is not coming with a Manolo Blahnik to your house to see if it's yours. You have to go out and get it. I want you to start putting yourself out there more to go and receive the love that's coming to you. Because we can all say, I want a man, I want a man, I want a man, and they're not coming to our door, but I don't want to get on Match. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to go to a singles club. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity. And I know out west it's getting scary again, so now is the time to find another COVID sweetheart, because if you get stuck there, you might have somebody to hang out with. Hi, beautiful Barbara Kaufman. I hope everything is going well. So, Linda, when I'm asking the cards what you need to know about your sanctuary and your financial situation, it's telling me that to not be afraid. I feel like the launch or the opening of the sanctuary is going to be a little bit farther off than you think. I feel like it's not necessarily it's not doable, but I feel like once you get down there, you need more time than you think to get settled. I feel like while you are in that process of getting settled, you are going to make a lot of good connections. I think it's important for you to start getting involved in the community right away, whether that be animal rescue, what am I trying to say? Like, not a sanctuary, like animal rescue groups or animal pounds or whatever it is that's down there, and establish yourself as someone who is part of that group and that tribe before you take it on. I feel like you are going to get some kind of money that's either owed to you or it's going to be something retroactive that's going to give you enough money to get it started. But I feel like you're going to have a hard time launching it until that windfall sort of comes into your space. And I feel like your move is going to be a little bit more difficult than you think. I think that you're going to be like, oh, we're going down there. It's going to be great. We're going to meet new people and do new things and find. And I feel like when you get down there, you're going to find that connections and the friend making and the sort of getting involved is a little slower process than you anticipated. This is a rough time. There's still people afraid to connect. There's still people who are afraid to get out with COVID. There's still people who are not really kind of engaging. But I feel like it's going to be up to you to build that momentum because you need those connections. Anytime you start any venture like that, whether it's a business, a sanctuary, a nonprofit, you need a tribe behind you to help you. You can't do it alone. So I feel that's part of the process in getting it done and why it's going to be a little bit longer. But there is going to be some money coming to you, either from retroactive or something that's owed to you that is going to help you when you're finally ready. Courtney Lekowski, are you moving to your new house? Well, let's see. Kind of a strange question. Why would you not move to your new house? Unless it's like in another state or... Don't tell me. Ooh, Colleen. I I have heard about the sleep paralysis, but I really don't know about them. I'm not big on like dream interpretation. I'm not really somebody who, I don't dream myself. I don't remember my dreams, so I've never really kind of grasped onto all of that. Perhaps Marie Ida that used to work in my shop, she might be able to give you some information. If you message us on my karmic page, I could get Marie in touch with you and see if she has some insight for you. I don't want to guess at it. I don't want to make assumptions. I know that I don't know is a solid answer, and I would like to tell you I will find out, but I would like to put you in the direction of someone who I think could help you. Oh, Barbara, I'm glad to hear that. Better is always better. Sandra, Dee is going to yell at me for touching the screen. It is true. All right, so Courtney, is she moving to her new house? I feel like if you hold off in moving to your new house, I feel there's other things that need to be done with it. And I feel like if you get those things done before you move into the house, you're going to be much happier than just doing it. Because I get unfinished business, unfinished symphony. It's like you got other things that have to get done. And then Treasure Island. And the Treasure Island card means that on the island, that treasure is there, but you have to work towards it. You have to go find it. You have to do all those things. So I don't think it's going to be something simple or easy. And I feel like you are stressing out about it way more than you need to. I feel like you just need to go with the flow. I get the commitment card upside down, and that's saying that there's not like a commitment, like there's no date set as to when you're going to move in. But I feel like you're going to start to figure out, if you haven't already, like learn how to do some of the stuff yourself so that it will expedite the process. And that is whatever you want it to be. That's YouTubing stuff. That's going to Home Depot and taking a class on laying tile. I have no idea. I don't do house stuff at all. And I wish I did. I wish I was like Ty Pennington and making stuff out of nothing, but I don't. I feel like you are in the process of kind of getting fed up of not being in the house, but I feel like you need to get those things done before you move in the house, or it's going to be way, way, way more stressful for you than you are stressed out right now. I hope that helps. Tanya Grant, anything on a new job? Did you get a job offer? Are you looking for a new job? Are you working? I don't know. Let's see. So, Tanya, I'm getting kind of a few wacky cards. So I want you to know what you deserve in a job. I don't want you to just take a job to get out of the job you're at or to get a job. It's saying don't know your worth, because I feel like if you take a job and you don't feel, or I feel like you have to know, again, what you want and what you bring to the table. Because I feel like you're just going to take a job or change jobs or jump into a job, and it's going to be less money and more aggravation than either where you're at or whatever you're doing right now. I get a new beginning, but it's upside down. Like it's going to be a while before there's a new beginning, or that new beginning isn't so great. So if you get a job offer or you start going on, hi, Claudia. Look what I got, and now I sell them on my website. Claudia goes live on Monday nights, I think at 8 o'clock. I know we always, we're all different, so I think it's at 8. And she was using these cards, the Mystical Moments Tarot. And oh my God, they were so adorable. So I had to hunt them down, and I did buy myself a deck as well as buy them for the shop. So you could get those also. So I'll be doing readings with those next week as well. So thank you, Claudia. Put your link in there, Enchanted Typewriter, live every Monday night. So I just want to tell you, Tanya, be cautious of I feel like you have some healing to do, and either that's like, you know, your ego got bruised the last time or something happened and you're sort of like got knocked down a couple rungs, and I feel like you need to surround yourself with healing energy, know your value, know your worth. Don't just take a job to take it, and don't just jump into the next job, because I feel like that's not the job for you. I feel like not the next job, but the job after that is going to be good for you. So don't be afraid to turn down a job that you're not feeling great about. But I feel like a new job is coming just after that. Liz LaCava, reading for her daughter's future. She's praying that she has stability, peace, and love. Let's see. Woo! Huh? All right. So the first card that popped right out of there is the Yang energy. It's time for her to take action on that. It's time for her, you know, and again, we're talking about manifestation, the Labradorite, you know, living with your head in the clouds and dreaming big and knowing every single thing that you could do is coming to fruition. And the Well Watcher card is asking you to go to the well, to know that the divine power is there for whatever life you want. I feel like for her, she has to know the role that she plays in things that are happening in her life. In other words, if she's not, I don't know how to say that, if she's not in a stable place, it's because she doesn't know exactly what she wants. So she could have a very stable job, but be like, this just isn't the job for me. It doesn't feel right. And the peace aspect, I don't feel like there's a lot of craziness around her. I just feel like she's not at peace because she hasn't really found her place or what she wants. The Fate card comes in, and that tells me she needs to work on what her purpose is more than what she wants to do in life. Like, does she want to help people? Does she want to just make a lot of money? Does she want to, you know, put criminals away? Does she want to fight for more rights for people? What's her platform? What if she had to work every day and not get paid? What would she do? Would she cook? Would she feed the homeless? It's different for everybody. I feel until she finds that out, she's not really going to have stability, because, I mean, I'm on my 30th career change. Like, I'm someone who always changes, but I knew what I wanted and got into it. And then, you know, found out that it was, you know, a platform, but not the whole thing. So I feel like she's going to do a lot of that in her life. I feel like it's not quite time for her to, I don't know if she's changing jobs, looking to change jobs, looking to jump into a new job, but I feel like now's not the time. It's sort of like copacetic, like stay where she's at right now. She will come to a place where it's time to take a leap of faith, but she's not at that space just yet. But she has to take that action. You know, it's so hard when you're young, and people say if you knew what your purpose was at 18, your life would be so much more fulfilled. And I feel like she understands that. I feel like she understands gratitude and meditation and throwing it out to the universe, even at this young age. But I don't feel like she knows, like we're talking about, her worth, what she wants, where her place in life is, what does she really want to do. It could be anything, and it could change 1,000 times. But when you have an idea, I knew I wanted to work with animals, so I started working at the zoo in Las Vegas. I had no skill to work with the animals, so I ended up the promotions coordinator, but I still felt like I was helping the animals. So, you know, you could always do something that you're good at to help or to fight for whatever your sole purpose is. And I feel if she puts the time in, a little bit more time, to figure out exactly her goal in her next job, then she'll be able to see all the career opportunities in front of her. So I feel like the jobs are there for her, but she doesn't know if she wants to take them because she doesn't know how they fit into her space. I feel like she needs to do a little bit more soul searching as far as what her next steps are in her career, because you have to know, where do you want to be in 5 years? And do you want to, you know, if you want to manage the grocery store and you never worked in a grocery store, you have to start somewhere. Start as a cashier, work your way up. I always use like a grocery store as like a sample, because, you know, a lot of people start there. So I feel like if she says, oh, I want to produce records, well, then go get a job at a record label and work your way up. Like, at least you have an idea of where you want to be so that you could set that path and you could start to build that map for yourself. I think she has a little bit more of that to do before she decides what the next steps are. And if she's still in school, that's a perfect opportunity to sort of shift her sails if she's in jobs that are not heading her in that direction. I hope that helps, Liz. I know it's kind of vague, but that's what I'm getting for her. All right, so I want to thank Dee again for always being there and helping me. I want to thank everybody who sprinkled tonight because, again, we're coming live on my regular page and not my shop page. If anybody has any idea why Facebook is not letting me go live, I have so much trouble with Facebook lately. It's unbelievable. But I would love that shout out. If you are looking to connect with Spirit, if you are looking for a reading, if you are looking for a private party entertainment for your event, anything like that, you can find all our information on our website, karmicinspirations.net. If anything I said resonates with you tonight, just because it's someone else's reading doesn't mean you were not meant to hear it. Listen to what that is, and that's again part of that well watcher. It's like the divine is working in ways to put you in a space where you're receiving the help and guidance and the push forward that you need. Our stone for the night was labradorite, and again, keeping your heads in the clouds. Know that whatever your craziest, wildest dreams are, they are attainable. Know that the obstacles are being removed and that the divine is helping you from the other side. This is a perfect week to start manifesting all the things you want. Love, new jobs, new careers, new homes, everything that you could think of. So I hope that you all have a great night. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you all make safe choices and good choices for the week, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Bye.